What's a really crappy catch-22 situation? A friend of mine was in a situation where he needed to get money from his bank account. Turns out, his ID had expired, so he needed a new ID to get money, and he needed money to get a new ID. That's the point at which I borrow the money for the ID from a friend and immediately pay them back as soon as I have access to the bank account. A long time ago when I was building an SNA server, I got the following error. The operation failed because the operation completed successfully. Keyboard not detected. Press enter to continue. Parents aren't required to pay for their kids' college education, but kids are still required to include their parents' financial resources when applying for financial aid. Go to your student financial aid office on campus and ask about something called financial emancipation. Basically, if you show that you're supporting yourself or paying your own way through college, you won't have to claim your parents' income anymore. I'm unhappy because I eat, and I eat because I'm unhappy. When I lose my glasses and I can't find them because I can't see. I have glasses and I've never used this trick, but you can use a camera on your phone to see things that are out of your range, assuming you can find your phone as well. I borrowed catch-22 from the library once. When I'd finished they wouldn't let me return it because my library card had expired and wouldn't scan in the system. But I couldn't renew the card either because I still had a book out. There's no way that this much irony exists in the world. Google needs to send me a text message so I can get into my account. However, the reason I need to get into my account is because I screwed up my Google Voice subscription, and now I can't get texts to my phone. Another version of this would be, need text message from Google to sign into account, need to access account to lock my stolen phone. Get money from life insurance. I'm dead. I think this is my favorite. I'm on Reddit because I'm bored. I'm bored because I'm on Reddit. Cat loves fish. Cat hates water. Cat's 22. Cat loves unicycle. Cat hates heights. Being assumed to be an illegal drug user by pain doctors because of your age. Needing to go to pain doctors because you're not an illegal drug user. My girlfriend had to go through this after a pretty freaking intense spine surgery. She was in so much pain. Because, spine surgery, but her doctors wouldn't do much more than raise their eyebrows at her when she asked for medicine so she could function, because she's 20-something. Identity thief opened an account with my info and new card sent to their address. Had to provide the account number of the card in order to close it, which I didn't have. I kept getting treated like a villain even though I was the victim here. Provided them with a police report and credit card report and took 4 months to close it. These days this is easily rectified. I had this happen to me. It's the worst. Having to take a dump when you're out for a run. Run faster to get home sooner, but risk jostling your stomach to the point of crapping your pants. Literally a crappy catch-22. I need a car to get a job. I need a job to get a car. I want to save to buy a home, but my rent is so expensive that I have to live paycheck to paycheck. Problems are easier to solve if you break them down to their simplest form. You want something you can't afford. To change this state, you must do at least one of these things. 1. Increase your income. 2. Decrease your expenses. 3. Change your want. All easier said than done, of course, but choosing to commit to one of these options will be the first step toward changing your current state. Staying inside and doing nothing all the time can cause you to be depressed, and being depressed can cause you to want to stay inside and do nothing all the time. It took a few years, but I eventually fought my way outside that loop. I basically reified the voice that told me to do counterproductive things as an external entity. I call it the insidious whisper, and am aware it is just my subconscious, and rebelled against it. This Bex is comfortable. You don't need to go to class today. Nope. Frick you. Going to class. Need fixed address to apply for job. Need job to buy home at fixed address. Homeless shelters can be used as a fixed address for job applications. They will hold your mail for you. People like to be around confident people. Loneliness makes me less confident. Couldn't get a credit card because I had no credit. Couldn't get credit without a credit card. Get a secured credit card. You need a job to get a job. You need experience to get experience. Shouldn't it be? You need a job to gain experience. You need experience to get a job. Need a job to pay for school. Need school to get a job. Work a low-class job and get student loans. Make sure your degree is in a good field. Find job and field you can work at while in school. You can't log out because you're not logged in. You can't log in because you're already logged in. The fuck? Only the employed are employable. On that same note, being employed looking for a better job, but can't leave work to go to interviews. When to leave the military you must be proven crazy, but by trying to leaving the military you prove yourself sane. I got a speeding ticket in a small town in California. When I went to pay the ticket I found that the county no longer exists. They basically were absorbed by another county. There is nowhere to pay the ticket but the state won't reinstate my license until I do. I hired a lawyer and everything, and no one knows what to do. Not an expert, but try contacting the county that absorbed the one you got your ticket in and ask them if they would agree to upholding the ticket of the absorbed county so you can pay it off so you can get a license. Don't have a car. Need a car to get a good job to pay for a car. Can't get a car. Can't get a good job. Just got fired because the bus was running late last week. No car. No job. My favorite. Needs 5 years experience when applying for a specialized job and have no experience because no one is hiring for a specialized job. You need Form A to get the thing you want. You need Form B to get Form A. You need Form A to get Form B. Welcome to the bureaucracy. Your assets will be assimilated. Resistance is futile. How anyone registers a car in New York is mind-boggling. You need insurance to register the car, but you need to have the car registered before you can get insurance. You need a job offer to get a visa but no company offers a job if you don't have a visa. You can find some, though they usually tend to be on the more desperate end of the scale. What you need is a letter from the company stating that they intend to employ you when you receive approval. I had to do the same thing to get a social security number also. I required the number to get a job and a job to get the number. In 7th grade when we complained about not being able to change after first period pay and having to wear sweaty clothes the whole day, they said we couldn't change because we didn't have a locker room. When we complained about not having a locker room, they said there was no reason to have a locker room as we didn't change clothes for pay. When Thomas Kalnicki left, I didn't hate Streetlight Manifesto, but Keasbey Nights is one of my favorite albums of all time. I've seen so much Streetlight on Reddit lately. Streetlight, catch 22 any day though, even if they were sorta the same at one point. I'll get in trouble if I complain to my boss. I'll get in trouble if something happens and I didn't complain about it to my boss. Mastering the art of sire. Largely, it requires that you blow your own horn when you've done something awesome. Whenever I get particularly good news, I copy everyone I can think of who might yell at me for doing a bad job on it. That way, when I do have bad news, I can get ahead of it quickly and toss it to someone higher up to make sure it doesn't blow up on me. Being poor is expensive. You can frick whoever you want, so long as you're not attracted to them. Speak for yourself. Trying to convince someone that you are not in denial. We need the tapes to bring to the record company to sign a record contract to get the money to pay for the tapes. No job because no experience. The more I tell people I don't have a drinking problem, the more it sounds like I have a drinking problem. The income debt cycle. My income doesn't cover my needs wants, so I go into debt to buy them. As my debt balloons, more of my income goes towards paying off old debt, so I have to take on new debt to survive. Be responsible with your wants and frugal with your needs. Don't go into debt for things. 22 people each throw a baseball at you simultaneously. When I get sick and miss school, I get anxious. I get so much anxiety about missing school that I end up shutting down and I don't go to school, which makes me feel anxiety for missing school. Frick. Only getting out of flying bombing missions if you can prove you're insane and needing to be sane to prove you're insane. No, all you need to do is stop taking care of yourself, start smearing your crap anywhere and everywhere, and occasionally ramble on about how advocs are trying to take over the world and you'll be discharged in no time. You have to have money to make money. Mosquito lands on your ball sack. This is just unfortunate, but not a classic catch-22. I do drugs because I'm depressed. I'm depressed because I do drugs. Pretty crappy. When I have a job, I have money and no time to spend it. When I have no job, I have time and no money to do things with. If you are new to the channel, you can subscribe. I publish new videos every day. Until then, check another video. Bye for now.